Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. In the last class, we have discussed about the threatening of Quraysh to Abu Talib. When they realized that there was no effect of their threat, now the Quraysh decided to seduce Ab sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So they sent Utbah to buy Ab sallallahu alaihi wasallam by giving good offer. So Utbah came to Ab sallallahu alaihi wasallam and asked him, "What is the benefit of dividing our own people? If you want to become the most wealthy person of the world, then we are ready to provide you as much wealth as you need. But you have to stop your mission of propagating Islam." Then he said, "If you want to become the king of Mecca, we are ready to make you our king. If you want to marry the most beautiful woman of the world, then we are ready to do that also." Ab sallallahu alaihi wasallam was silent. Then he said, "If you want to fulfill the all three of us, then we are ready to do it. But you must have to drop your mission of propagating Islam. Sacrifice our life on the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam." He not only refused his offer but also recited some of the verses of Quran. After listening to those verses, Utbah's heart also got changed. When he returned to his people, he said, "In my view, we have to leave him to propagate Islam, because whatever I heard from him is neither a poetry nor a magic. Even if he succeed in his mission, it would be also the prestige for all of us." Then the people of Quraysh said, "He also got affected by the magic of Prophet." Now, when they realized that they failed to buy our Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam by offering him the worldly things, they started harassing the poor Muslims. They used to take the Muslims and put them on hot sand and put rocks on the top of them so that they could not move. Then they asked the Muslims, "Will you leave Islam?" But the Muslims rejected to accept their offer and wouldn't leave Islam. So the life became harder for the Muslims. After being patient for several years, Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam told the Muslims that there was a very good king in a land far away. They should go there. They would be safe there. It was called Al-Habasha. So the group of Muslims traveled to a far Al-Habasha. There were 10 men and 4 women. This was the first migration of Muslims, known as First Hijrah. The king was Al-Najashi. He was very kind to them and they would be safe there. After some time, the Muslims of Habasha heard the rumor. A rumor is something that is not true that the people are spreading. They heard that all the people of Mecca had become Muslim. They got so happy and some of them returned to Mecca. But they found that it was not true and the things were still very hard to the Muslims. So they decided to once again go back to Habasha. This time they were about 100 Muslims. When the Quraysh realized that several Muslims had gone to Habasha, they got very angry. They sent two people there. They also brought lots of gifts to bribe the king to bring back the Muslims from there. But the king did not listen to them. Instead, the king asked the Muslims what Islam was about and why they had left Makkah Mukarramah. When he heard them and listened to some Quran, the king himself believed in Islam. Hazrath Hamza raziyallahu ta'ala an was Aap sallallahu alaihi wasallam's uncle and was only few years older than him. He liked our Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam very much. He was a wrestler of his time and spent most of his time for hunting animals. As we all know that Abu Jahl used to bother Aap sallallahu alaihi wasallam. One day a maid of Hazrath Hamza saw Abu Jahl was teasing Aap sallallahu alaihi wasallam. When she went back to home, she narrated the whole story to Hazrath Hamza. Hazrath Hamza became very anxious and came to Al-Haram. There were the leaders of Quraysh sitting there. Hazrat Hamza went to Abu Jahl and started beating on his head with the bow. Then he shouted, "Now I am announcing that I am becoming a Muslim. If anybody of you wanted to die or fight with me, then come and fight with me." No one was ready to fight with him. In this way, Hazrat Hamza raziyallahu ta'ala an became Muslims. There was another man by name Umar bin Khattab. He was the most powerful and brave man among the Quraysh. Once he wanted to, Nauzubillah, kill our Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. On his way, a man met him and asked him whether he is going. He told him that he is going to kill Nauzubillah, Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Then the man asked him, first kill his sister who already became Muslim. Then he got angry and started towards the house of his sister. When he reached his sister's house, his sister and brother-in-law were reciting Quran. He became very angry and started beating both of them and asked them to leave Islam, but they would not leave Islam. Then Hazrat Omer asked them to read Quran Pak. They recited some of the verses of Quran. Then the heart of Umar Farooq also got changed. Now he took his sword and started towards the house of Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. When he knocked the door of Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Hazrat Amir Hamza raziyallahu ta'ala an was also with our Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Hazrat Amir Hamza wanted to kill Umar bin Khattab with his own sword if he came to tease or do anything wrong to our Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. But our Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam stopped him and opened the door by himself. When Aap sallallahu alaihi wasallam asked Umar bin Khattab the reason of his coming, then Hazrat Umar Farooq raziyallahu ta'ala an said that he came to become a Muslim. Then the companions, Sahaba Ikram, raised the slogan, Allahu Akbar. In this way, the Muslims got the support of two powerful men of the time. One is Hazrat Amir Hamza raziyallahu ta'ala an, and the other one is Hazrat Umar Farooq raziyallahu ta'ala. Before leaving, I pray Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to give us and show us the right path of Quran and Sunnah and guide us to spread the message of Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam to as many people as possible. Thank you. Jazakallah.